What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to my village of Nintendo Switch and gaming news. Today, we've got a slew of articles to go over, in addition to some E3 predictions as far as what I think is going to happen at the big show. Plus, we have some news on E3, so a lot of information. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So Vertex Pop discusses why they brought Graceful Explosion Machine to the Nintendo Switch and why it was a perfect fit. So this is coming from a games industry interview with Morbing Furcray at Vertex Pop. So when the Nintendo Switch was originally announced, we thought Graceful Explosion Machine was a perfect fit for it. The way we've always thought about Graceful Explosion Machine is that it works equally well as a handheld game as it does a console game. It has a pick up and play mentality that comes from arcade games. You can play it for a couple of minutes and feel it's pretty satisfying, but at the same time, if you want to strap yourself in, get high scores, and really drill down on perfecting each level, that's something you can do on a console at home. So one of the things that I really agree with when it comes to what he says here is the pick up and play nature and how it works well as a handheld and a home console game. I've played this game both intensely as a home console when it's hooked into my dock and on my TV, but I've also played it really intensely as a portable game as well. When I'm just lying down in bed and I just want to relax just for a little bit before I go to sleep, and that's where Graceful Explosion Machine comes in. It is the perfect pick up and play game, arcade shooter on the Nintendo Switch. And if you haven't checked out this game already, please do so on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's $12.99. It is a fantastic game and you're going to have a lot of fun. They just released a new update which does a lot of cool little features here and there, so check it out when you get a chance. Graceful Explosion Machine on the Nintendo Switch. I also have a gameplay video of it on my channel here, so you can type in Graceful Explosion Machine and you'll see it right here on my channel as well. Alright, and moving into the next article here, one of the developers for the game Rime clears up the resolution discussion and says that they're aiming for 720p in both docked and portable modes on the Nintendo Switch. So the other day we did hear some details about Rime on the Nintendo Switch, and there was some confusion about the resolutions for what was going to happen on the Nintendo Switch. It seems like there's some confusion or there's some shuffling for this game all the time, but he did want to clear something up. It looks like they're aiming for 720p docked and undocked. Now there's no information on why they're going for 720p and not 1080p docked. Like we've seen a lot of other titles to hit the Nintendo Switch, but whatever the reasons are, I'm pretty sure they have a good one for it. We did see Minecraft that came out recently that was 720p docked and it's also 720p portable, but they said they might be working on a fix to get that to 1080p. So it seems like there are some developers out there that still don't have the grasp of everything when it comes to Nintendo Switch, and hopefully there's like a patch in the future to where they can get that ironed out to 1080p. But either way, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. You can just play the game. It's a very simple looking game in general, and I don't know the technical aspects behind it, but it doesn't look like it's too crazy, so I'm pretty sure it'll still look good even with the loss of resolution, but we still have to wait and see once the final game comes out. Alright, and moving on to the next article here, Dragonball Xenoverse 2 for the Nintendo Switch launches this fall, and the DLC DB Super Pack 4 launches in June for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. We also have more screenshots of the Nintendo Switch version. So the Nintendo Switch version of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will launch this fall in North America and in Europe, which we've discussed before. Mainly we just had North America, but now Europe has also been confirmed on the Nintendo Switch. We've talked about it before. Ad hoc play, motion control support, 2-player battles on one system using the Joy-Con controllers. Additionally, the DB Super Pack 4 downloadable content, which features Fused Zamasu and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito as playable characters, as well as new moves and missions, will launch in June for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And like I said, there is a lot of screenshots for the Nintendo Switch version of the game, so if you want to check out the Switch specific screenshots as far as all of them, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch. It has some nice new features to it. You can play it portably for the first time in that franchise as far as the Xenoverse saga of Dragon Ball Z games. The first time you can play it portably, so I think this is going to be a really good addition to the Nintendo Switch library. People have been waiting for a Dragon Ball Z game on a Nintendo system outside of the 3DS on Nintendo home console for a while now. We haven't got one since the Wii, because the Wii U completely skipped Dragon Ball Z games. Really, the only anime game that we got from Bandai Namco was One Piece, which is also coming. So it's good to see that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is going to be on the Switch. I'm really looking forward to picking up my copy of the game. I think it's going to be a fantastic title to pick up and play. There's a lot of content in there. A lot of people that have played the Dragon Ball Z games say this one's definitely a cut above the rest of them. But I actually gave up Dragon Ball Z games like after like Raging Blast or whatever. I'm done with Dragon Ball Z games. I'm not buying another one, and I haven't bought another one since that 360 one. But I'll give this one a shot. Hopefully it's good. Even if it's not, that's okay. I'll put my money to Bandai Namco. So hopefully we can get some Naruto games and other titles on the Switch as well. Alright, and lastly, we're going to be talking about Nintendo's E3 Spotlight event, and they are going to have the event for 1 hour long. If you look at the post that they've done, from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on June 13th. So this is really good. This is definitely really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. Now, Nintendo Everything is reporting that it's at least going to be 30 minutes because of the calendar and how it works, because you can only set it in 30-minute intervals. But I'm pretty sure that Nintendo is going to have a presentation that is at least minimum 45 to 50 minutes. So it's going to be more closer to an hour than to 30 minutes. Nintendo in the past have always done around 45-minute presentations on average, so we could see a 45-minute to an hour-long presentation here. And to me, the way that they're doing Nintendo Directs, how they've done it before, they get a lot of information out in a very small amount of time. The Direct that we had before, the ARMS Direct, got out tons of information in like 30 minutes or something like that, or maybe even less. They just bullet fire ran down. They talked about things, maybe a minute trailer here or there. So we'll see how they do it with Reggie, or maybe even Bill Trinan, or multiple different developers, translations. But I think for Nintendo, this is the best way to do it, because a lot of their developers are Japanese. They can't talk about their games in English as fast or as fluently as like Sony and Microsoft can with their developers. So I think a Nintendo Direct, or the spotlight that they're doing, is perfect for Nintendo. Maybe not for other companies, but for Nintendo it works well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to offer. I think it's going to be a great show, probably their best in my opinion, because of the momentum of the Nintendo Switch. And even the 3DS is continuing to do well. Now, what are we going to see here? And I've already made some of my predictions, and I honestly think we're going to see Animal Crossing. That'll be the next prediction that I have here. I know it's not anything crazy, but remember, the Wii U didn't receive a real Animal Crossing, or receive that mini game collection that nobody bought or liked, along with the Amiibo that nobody bought or liked. I know some people did, but come on guys, the Amiibo was like $2 or $3 at some point. I remember there was sales. So I do feel that this Animal Crossing game is going to be a true successor to New Leaf. Heck, it might even be Animal Crossing New Leaf 2. That game sold extremely well on the Nintendo 3DS, and a lot of people don't realize how popular Animal Crossing is. It is another mega franchise for Nintendo that doesn't get as much publicity out there in the mainstream media as, like, let's say Legend of Zelda or Mario, heck, or even Metroid at times. But Animal Crossing is a huge mega franchise for Nintendo. I think it sold over 10 million units or more on the Nintendo 3DS, and it's always been a big seller for them. So I do see them making a brand new Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch, and especially because Animal Crossing New Leaf did really well and it's a portable game. So I'm probably thinking the Animal Crossing team wanted to make sure that they released another game that can be played portably, because of how people played Animal Crossing New Leaf. And with the Nintendo Switch, of course, you have a great hybrid console that can be played portably just as good as it can be played docked at home like a home console. So I do feel that we're going to get an Animal Crossing announcement at E3 2017. In terms of gameplay and what they're going to do, I'm not an Animal Crossing fan. The last one that I really played was Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and I thought it was okay, but I'm just not big into the franchise, so I can't give you any details as far as what I think is going to happen in terms of gameplay. But I would love to see them bring back the whole old retro consoles like they did, to where you can play old school games. That would be cool. So if they can do that with the new Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch, if it does get revealed, then I would be pretty happy with that. So let me know what you guys think about my prediction here. Are you looking forward to an Animal Crossing game? I would love to hear your thoughts, in addition to everything that I talked about when it comes to all the different news that we went over today. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and take a look in the description below. Check out our Facebook page and other social media like Twitter. Give us a like and a follow, and all of that really helps us spread our content across the internet, across YouTube, when you give us a like on our social social media pages. Also check out our Patreon page, which will be giving away a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Guardian amiibo, in addition to some awesome perks when you pledge any tier, like Discord voice chat for my live streams, prize tournaments, giveaways, and much more. Go ahead and hit that like button on this video if you liked it. Let us know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.